What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Coach Stretch, and we are finally back on this beautiful Sunday evening. Damo the Disciple, Statman, AJT. We are the Number Streets Podcast. How y'all doing, fellas?
Good, man.
Good. We'd like to welcome in all of our viewers on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, which is now X, Twitch, and all the Home Depots around the world. Thank you for tuning in. Shout outs.
God, Bree, Mom, y'all, Neptune's Brotherhood Hoop League. All the people who like, subscribe, and share, man. Peace and love to everybody.
Damo, who you got, buddy?
Shout out to the normal people only. Shout out, appreciate y'all. We back.
Yeah, big shout outs, man, to everybody, man, that's tuning in. Big shout out to my team Relentless family, man, my Virginia Neptunes. It's good to see y'all today. Milk, Lou, Rich, Tez, K-Dot, Dejour, Cam, DJ. Great seeing my brother Stats, Sterling, OG Huck. It was good to get in the gym with all the guys today, man, and it was in that joint working hard, man. So it was great. I always love this time of year because the NBA draft is over and Summer League is about to begin. So now you got Summer League training camp, and then right before you could blink good twice, you're right there in October, and then the season is rolling again. So, it's almost that time. Like you could feel it in the air. Like it's almost that time to get geared up again and to go chase this thing down. Big shout out to G Hicks, man. I had the awesome privilege, man, doing a interview with him for Cricket Wireless today on Coliseum Drive, man. Absolutely outstanding atmosphere, even though it was hot as hell outside. But great interview. Always love, as always, man. Big shout out to G Hicks, man. D Knight, Cricket Wireless. Big shout out to my Relentless fam again. Relentless Sports drops tomorrow. Business. Look, got all your sports merch. You got everything you're looking for, man. T-shirts, sweatpants, dry fit, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, whatever you're looking for. I got my hands on it. So, big things, man. Big things, man. It's the summer, man, to do big things, man. So I appreciate you guys as well, man. So, we here now. First topic. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. The championship game, man, from the Brotherhood Hoop League. We had the Bad News Bullies, and they took on Team Elite, and it was a great game. And Team Elite ended up winning that game by 1 in dramatic fashion, controversial fashion, if I may say so myself. But nevertheless, it was a good game, and we'll give our thoughts on it. So before I say anything else, first of all, congratulations, Stats, for being in the championship game. Big shout out to the Bullies for being there, and big shout out again to Team Elite for being there and for winning. Congratulations to Team Elite. Lou Radford was the MVP of the championship game. He had 20 points and 20 rebounds. David Knight also had a big game for them, and it was a team effort. Big shout out to the Coach of the Year, Latasia Robinson, for getting the first Brotherhood Hoop League championship. So, thoughts?
Man, it was a good game. It lived up to the hype, man. Obviously, I said the bullies being in the championship game was bad for business. Uh, I think, I think, I think, I think, I think
What
I
up,
might,
EJ? What up, Trav?
I might
Sorry
have,
for the delay, fellas. You know
I
what
might
I'm
have been,
saying?
I might have been proven wrong for that, man. Might have been proven wrong for that. They put up a good fight. Um, they almost won the game, man. They had guys come to play. They just came up short, man. Shout out to the champions. Shout out to Knight, Barry, Lou, and those guys, man. They handle business, even though they tried to give the game away a couple times, but
Yeah, right.
they pulled through and they won the game. So my prediction was correct. And congratulations to the first ever champions of the Brotherhood Hoop League. So congrats, man.
Absolutely. Hollywood, nice for you to join us, sir. Um, Thoughts on the championship game for the Brotherhood Hoop League, Team Elite versus um, the Bullies?
Nah, it was a great game. It was I think you couldn't have got a better championship game. Um, I think Bullies fared really, really well. Um, I mean, they fought to the bitter end. So you can't, shout out to that squad. And unfortunately, it went down. I hate to see games end like that, but you want to see them go down to the wire. Um, but it was a great game by both teams. Lou had 20 and 20. The stats played well. The whole team played well.
Right.
Um, I think missing Ryan hurt. I think if Ryan's there, I think the outcome may be different. Um, I can just looking back on it, I can say the game would be different if Elite was gonna play like that the whole time and Ryan didn't and Ryan played. Yeah. Um, but it was a great game, man. I think there's nothing more that you could ask for in a championship game. Our first lead, sponsored by Number Streets, man. It lived up to the billing. It really did. So shouts out to both team and yeah, it lived up to the hype.
Stats.
Full transparency moment here. It took me about a week and a half to fully get over this game. Um, it was a heartbreaker, to be honest with you. And I mean, when you lose in the fashion that you lose, like that sits on you, like that wears on you.
It does.
Um, you know,
We didn't.
I congratulated those guys individually, but I want to congratulate those guys publicly too. Y'all won. Y'all deserve to win. Y'all won with class. Um, Lou, Barry, Knight, Ned, Matt, all those guys, man. Coach Tay. Um, y'all deserve to win, man. Y'all a great team. Y'all were one of the best teams in the league all season. And it culminated in the first Brotherhood Hoop League. Congrats to Lou, man. He got the better of the matchup against me. I gotta wear that. You know what I mean? He dominated. And I told him that got a chance to catch up with him after the game and just give love. Um, and I just think, man, it was controversial because at the end of the game, there was a foul call, but apparently it was after the whistle. Um, people don't like to see games in that way. I didn't care. I wanted our best free throw shooter, Batman, on the line with a chance to win. Um, and I believe he would have knocked down both of them. Shout out to my team, man. We fought. Shout out to Pat, our coach. Shout out to Bat, Dion, Kennard, Reese, Jeff. We definitely miss Ryan, but congratulations on your big union, man. Um, it takes a while to get over a loss like that, but those guys deserve it, man. And big shouts to them.
I got a question real quick, stats. And just for full transparency. Ryan got married, right?
Yeah.
So day of the game, championship game. Let's hypothetically speaking, stats. You're getting married on that Sunday, 10 a.m. You holding the pastor off from the wedding. You going to the game. What you gonna do? You holding the pastor off. What you gonna do?
We've had this discussion privately.
I gotta ask. You holding the pastor off?
I'm gonna answer it. If the wedding's on Sunday, no. I'm not missing my wedding for that.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you either.
Yeah.
I don't believe you, man.
Yeah, I'm not missing my wedding. So and again, I'm not listen, that man got married. So like, you know, that comes first. I said just me personally, I would have at least asked if it was a day before or a day after. Like, is there a problem if I play in this game, you know, in the championship game?
I don't believe you because Damo was on a vacation with his boo. They damn near married, and he was in Mexico chilling. You told that motherfucker to log on. What we doing, bro? And got mad like, what we doing, bro?
But at some point,
in Mexico, bro. What are we doing, bro?
But at some point, like, you know, the Number Streets podcast, like, bro, we a business. We trying to grow. So sometimes like we got to go when we don't want to go, and I won't mad at them, but I'm bro, like 100% of the questions that you don't ask always result in a no. 100% of them. Yeah,
but sometimes you gotta just kind of use, and you're smart.
Maybe I do. I acknowledge that. Maybe I do.
Man, bro, I was baffled by the question. I was like, he said, hey, Damo, you going tonight?
Going where, bro?
You know, with my lady. Mind you, I've been talking to y'all the whole time, trying to put out fires with the shit.
Right.
But that's why I asked. But that's
asking because I would have went. I said, yo,
insane. Insane.
But no, I told him privately. I said publicly. I obviously me and none of my teammates. That man was getting married. Like, hopefully you only get married once. You find the right one the first time. That's a day that you cherish for the rest of your life. So, and honestly, we should have won, even though he wasn't there. We had our opportunities. I should have played better. I picked the worst game to have my worst. I picked the worst game to have my worst defensive and my worst rebounding game. You know what I mean? We had opportunities to win, and we should have. But they had they're great players over there, man. Especially their big three. So, like, that won't on Ryan at all. That won't on him at all. So, but if you add, I like I said, if the wedding's on the day of the championship, no, obviously not. But if it's the day before, day after, or whatever, like, I'm gonna ask, and if she say no, then hey, I live with that.
Well, I mean, just to give some in-depth analysis before we move on, man, I felt like the game broke down to situations, special situations, late clock situations, late game execution, and Team Elite just got the better of y'all in those moments. They just got the better of y'all in those moments. I believe you guys were down 2, maybe even 1, and you guys had 3 or 4 straight turnovers, like really, really bad possessions. And Team Elite wasn't great down the stretch either, but they made it all their free throws. And, you guys missed a couple 1-and-1s and, had the turnovers late, man. And, it was heartbreaking, like, to see how much you guys, a couple of you guys on your roster, how bad you guys wanted that victory and to come up short. You know what I'm saying? It was tough. It was tough. But again,
I was inconsolable after the game.
You were.
I was inconsolable.
But again, huge congratulations to Team Elite. And again, my apologies. This should have came 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, me too. My apologies, y'all. I want to apologize to y'all publicly too. My apologies for that.
I don't apologize. Shit happens.
Oh shit, dog. Jesus, man. Yeah. Anyway, again, congratulations, especially D Knight. Me and G Hicks were kind of going down memory lane about me and D Knight's relationship, even though he cost us a city championship when we were 13 years old. So
he told me that story, and he said it wasn't his fault. He said it was somebody else that we know.
Yeah, it was somebody else that we know.
It was their fault. That we ain't gonna say his name, but
it was. I say his damn name, but I won't do it tonight. But I will say his name. I just give D Knight a hard time about it because I remember during the game, man, we 13 years old, and me and D Knight was the guy for us the whole season. And then this other kid shows up, man. Me and D Knight looking at each other like, yo, what is going on here? He shot all the rock, all of it.
Well, that's what he
all of it.
Yeah,
and, me, D Knight, Big Mike, man, we had a nice little thing rolling the whole season. Then we get to the championship game, man. This joke will shoot all the rock, yo. And I'm like, yo, D Knight, how you let this go down, bro?
Hey, man, D Knight will look you off, man.
Oh man. So Ned, man, congratulations, man. He also was Defensive Player of the Year, man. Full of accolades, man. Brotherhood All-Star. I believe he was second team All Brotherhood, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, yeah, Ned, great job, man. Also, Ned getting started in his coaching journey.
Congrats, Ned.
Yeah, man, great job. Even though you left me hanging for the Neptunes, try to get you paid, but you'd rather go coach. Great job. Great job, man. You're good enough to get paid. You go stand on the sidelines. Great job, man.
Coaching. Well, he coaching over at Kick 10.
Yeah, he's over there play for the K. Big shout out again to Campbell, Coach Campbell. We had them boys rocking and rolling this weekend at Phoenix for the Bethel Summertime Shootout Session 2. Rocking and rolling, man. So
was it a team camp?
Yeah, it was kind of like a team camp. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of, Relentless Sports is going to be having its first team camp in July. We're going to do JV teams first. August 10th, we'll also have small private school team camp. It'll be a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Trying to give some recognition to the small schools that's in the area. And we'll be playing in front of coaches. That's August 10th. Make sure y'all mark that down. Come out and support. And any other thoughts, comments before we move on from the Brotherhood Championship?
We're independently owned and operated. We already got some big news coming up. We'll share it later. But yes, things are going to be different in a good way next season. Thank y'all to everybody who pulled up, supported. As you can see, we got merch. So just thanks to everybody who shared, liked the post. Thanks to all the players, coaches, and again, congrats to our Team Elite for winning.
Final thoughts on the league before we go into this next topic. What are your overall thoughts on the league? And for those that's in the comments, man, if you saw some games or if you've been following the league, please feel free to chime in right here. So just give us your overall thoughts and feelings of the league.
Y'all go ahead. I just talked, so y'all because I got thoughts, but
please share stats.
And I don't usually do things like this, but there was a faction of people who didn't want us to get off the ground.
Oh yeah.
There is a vocal contingent and a vocal and not so vocal contingent of people who did not want to see us do this. And I'm speaking directly to y'all. I really hope that y'all watching. We did it. We did it, and we're not going nowhere. So, you know, we didn't necessarily expect all the support, but we didn't expect the opposition either. But we did it. We're not going nowhere. We're here to stay, and you know, it's only going to get bigger and better going forward, and we'll absolutely make sure of that. So, again, thank you to the players, the coaches. Shout out to the City of Newport News, Peter, everybody involved, man. Again, and congrats to Team Elite, man. Coach Tay, Knight, Barry, Lou, all of them.
Appreciate you, EJ. The only EJ I recognize. Damo or Hollywood, any thoughts on the league before we move on to the NBA Finals?
Hey man, I thought it was a success, man. Obviously, you know, next year, you know, we're gonna come back bigger and better. And I think this is just the beginning of something great, man. A lot of trial and error. But you know, like Stat said, we did it, man. We did it. I'm looking forward to keeping this going. I'm looking forward to the next season. So I appreciate everybody who participated, everybody who came out and supported. You know, I think we got the best league, man. We got the best league in the area by far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I echo those sentiments, Stats and Damo. I think for me, the league was therapeutic, and you know, for the people out there that think that this 4-man group that we basically, you know, ride for each other, and we do outside the league, right? But the league tested our resolve, to be honest with you, and I think the three of the guys can actually attest to that. We were tested behind closed doors, but at the end of the day, you know, we showed we were resilient, right? And we you know, we got through it. A lot of people that I talked to today, you know, said, hey, they love the league. They want to be, you know, back in the league. Other people say, hey, Hollywood, what's up? I want to get in the league. So, you know, the groundwork has been laid, the foundation has been laid, and I think that, you know, guys, we you know, we need to, you know, give ourselves a round of applause for that, because I think like there was a lot of things that people don't see. Stats, I know you work relentlessly behind the scenes, as you did, Stretch, as well. And credit goes to both of y'all, because y'all put in a lot of behind the scenes work in terms of, you know, speaking and having meetings and things of that nature. So, but yeah, it was a well played first season for Number Streets, you know, getting this league off the ground, and it's going to get even better. And for the haters out there that didn't want to get us to the ground, I want to say their names because I know a couple of them. But I told myself that I'm not going to do that, and you know, I'm not going to do that tonight. Can't promise you next week, but you know, here's the Number Street. Here's to you guys, man. Here to you guys, bro.
Yeah, I definitely want to say, man, Stats and Stretch, y'all. Really appreciate both of y'all, man. Y'all, you know, Mike too, but you know, I want to give these two dudes real credit.
Absolutely.
They put in a lot of work, yo. They put in a lot of work. They led. You know, I just followed their lead, man. I just followed their lead. A lot of this stuff wouldn't have been able to be done without them too. So,
and
they got their own shit. I got my own shit, and they found a way to make it work with their shit. So, you know, I appreciate y'all.
I know I gave them headaches, but that's me, and that's what I'm supposed to do.
I know I terrorize y'all. I know I get on y'all nerves.
Yeah, you know, hey, that's what we're supposed to do. We supposed to inspire. Supposed to inspire, man. And like, you know, I hopefully, like I said, like not hopefully, no, next year things are gonna run even more smooth. So shout out to Stats and Stretch, and for the work you all put in and stuff like that, and putting it together. And like I said, Number Streets, you know, we did it. One thing I can say, when we say we're gonna do something, we get to it, we do it. So we do it. You know,
Absolutely.
Hollywood After Dark is coming.
Absolutely. Hollywood
coming.
After Dark is
It's coming.
coming.
It's
Absolutely.
coming. Yeah, it's coming. All right, people, it's coming.
It
I'm
is
telling you,
coming.
it's coming.
It is coming.
It's coming. So check us out.
Also shout out to Katie, Ebony, John, and D Knight too.
Absolutely. Shout out.
Shout out to them too. Those are part of the council. So
Thank you.
if people didn't know, so that's part of the council, man. They came on late and their contributions have been absolutely tremendous. So shout out to them for real.
You can't do it without them, man.
Absolutely.
Without 'em.
Absolutely. So
And shout out to y'all too, man. Shout out to y'all three, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. So yeah, NBA Finals time, man. Let's get right into these finals. Did they sweep them, nigga? They did sweep them. They did sweep them.
No,
see, we're not gonna do it. Oh, let me get it.
Close sweep. Close sweep. Close
Yeah.
sweep. Close sweep.
Can I say
We
this?
call it a gentleman's sweep.
Well, can I say this? Stretch, can I say this before you even get into the finals? And I'm talking to this guy down here in the right corner stats. What I tell you about Drew Holiday? What I tell you about Drew? What did I say, Drew? I said Drew Holiday. First of all, Drew Holiday's a Hall of Famer. I'm just gonna put that out there. Number two, Drew Holiday. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. These two buffoons in the top corner, down more the two buffoons. And all I'm saying is, Drew Holiday he could be a point guard for any team in the league. Starter for any team in the league. I said this. Oh no, Mike, no. What Drew do? Clinic.
Drew Holiday.
Hold on. Damo, you posed the question the other day. Drew or Rondo? I don't want to get off topic. Drew.
Oh, I mean, sure.
Drew is that guy. Put him on any team. He got two chips. Hall of Famer.
I don't disagree with that. So does Rondo. Rondo a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I mean, he barely getting it. He'll get in there.
I think what we got to be careful about.
His kid to be 18 before he get in.
I think we got to be careful about.
He's gonna be in hospice before he get in.
Yeah, I think we got to be careful about jumping off the ledge. Neither one of those guys are Hall of Famers.
Stop.
To me.
Okay. All right.
Nah.
Okay.
I
Drew
don't.
a Hall of Famer.
I can't.
Drew's a Hall of Famer.
No,
In the comments,
guys
it's
Hall
Drew
of Fame.
Famer. In the
But
comments, Drew Hall of
I
Famer.
will say that Drew was big. He was in a role where he didn't have to create as much offense like he was in Milwaukee, and that really helped his playoff efficiency because it hadn't been good. But he was outstanding on both ends of the court for them. Outstanding.
Stats, can I ask you some stats? Because remember when Drew went to Boston because they won the Dame? Didn't I tell you I said Milwaukee is gonna miss their identity with Drew, and you said no because they got Dame. Can you concede and say that was right? Come on, stats.
I mean, some of it was the identity for Drew. Yes, some of it. That wasn't all of it, but some of it, yes,
okay.
Some of it was.
Okay, Drew first ballot.
Milwaukee aged like milk this season too. Like that was a big part of it. Chris got old fast. Dame wasn't in the best shape. Doc.
Just give Drew his flowers, man. Just give Drew his flowers.
Listen.
Hold on, Damo. Nash, Kid, CP3, Drew. We got Magic Man. Hey, he up there. He's up there. Yes,
but
sir.
see, this is why. But this is why it's hard to give people flowers because then you jump completely out the window.
He got two chips. Drew's that guy.
We can't just say that he played great this postseason and was a key contributor to the Celtics team is one of the best teams of all time. Like full stop. In NBA history, that team is one of the best teams of all time.
Okay, can I say this? When he played in Phoenix, he cut the head off the snake when he went to Phoenix. When they played against Phoenix. Drew won that series for them.
On defense in Milwaukee, he was great. Offense, not so
much. You play defense. Wait a
minute.
What?
Drew won the series.
I'm gonna tell you. Game 1, CP3 got off. He guarded Book. He shut Book down. Then they said, you know what? That ain't working. I need for you to guard CP3. You didn't hear from him. You didn't hear from him no more.
Wait a minute. Did Drew win the series for them, or did Monty?
Because Chris Paul was picking them apart.
Or did Monty Williams lose the series for them by putting DeAndre?
Monty Williams, he's a scapegoat. Here we go. I knew that was coming.
I'm just asking you a question.
I knew that was coming. But these two buffoons, Stats and Stretch, they love Monty. They love Monty in Phoenix. They loved him.
I mean, he was a great coach there, but the biggest issue was they ain't had nobody to guard Giannis, who was the best player. Like he absolutely went off.
Oh, now these two guys.
Okay, so this is a genuine question. Can anybody tell me what the Phoenix Suns were before Monty Williams got there?
Hold on. But see, that's being slick though. That's being slick.
I just asked the question. I just asked the question.
Can I ask you this? When KD got there, that's when they got better. When KD got there.
Not really.
What?
What did they do before KD got there? Trust that guy. What did they do before KD got there?
You mean the Suns?
They went to the finals.
They went to the finals, and then they went to the
finals.
No, who did they go to the finals with?
That was Monty Williams.
No. I said before KD got there.
No, that was Monty Williams.
They had CP3. They had a team. They had CP3.
Right, and CP3, Book, Ayton, Jay Crowder. Yeah.
Johnson.
Jay Crowder. All I'm saying is it takes a team, and they had a legit team because they got CP3. And we know CP3 is a team changer. He's a franchise changer. You see what I'm saying? What Monty do in Detroit? What Monty do in Detroit? What he do in Detroit?
I'm not even going. I'm not. This heel turn on Chris Paul from you is fascinating.
No. All I'm saying.
Is fascinating.
The next coach of Detroit should be Trick. Trick should be the next coach of Detroit. Them jokers lost 28 in a row. Trick, if you out there listening, I don't know. Trick. Come on, man. Goon Squad.
Hey, cuz.
Hey,
he made a mockery out of Detroit.
They had a bounty on Monty Williams.
Come on, man. That motherfucker. 8 Mile. Come on, man. That was a good one.
Monty Williams wanted dead or alive.
Let's get back to the finals. I know we kind of jumped.
Yeah, I was about to say
I'm just saying. He's back to the finals. Go ahead. You don't got me riled up.
No. Drew Holiday was great. Jaylen Brown was great. You know that Finals MVP was debated. We could talk about it a little bit up here.
We're about to because
okay.
Please do.
It's a travesty.
Because to me, I mean, first of all, congratulations to Jaylen Brown. He was very deserving of the award. I don't want to say he wasn't deserving.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was definitely deserving.
Okay.
He was definitely deserving.
Now go ahead and rip him.
No, I'm not going to rip him.
Okay.
Again, this is one of the reasons why I'm not big on awards. I would have given the award to Jason Tatum. And I say that because if you watch Dallas all season, especially once they got PJ and Gafford, their offense was built around trying to get lobs and layups. And Jason Tatum was the reason why that completely got shut down. Because Jason Williams has a whole bunch of defensive versatility. He can guard I guess you can put the 1 through 5 on his name now too, because he guarded Gafford, he guarded Lively, he was on the ball on the perimeter. He was literally everywhere for them. He cleaned up the glass for them. People forget that Jason Tatum 6'10". Offensively, from a scoring perspective, he did underachieve. There's no question about that. But from a playmaking, decision-making, rebounding, and defense perspective, he was outstanding. Completely shut down Dallas offense. I personally would have given it to him by a little bit over Jaylen Brown. That's just me.
So just for the sake of giving out all the correct information, Jason Tatum averaged 22 points, almost 8 rebounds, over 7 assists in the 5 finals games. Jaylen Brown averaged 20.8 points, also almost 21, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. I just don't know.
So can I? So hold on.
You got to do efficiency though, because that matters.
Oh no.
Also, before you go,
true shooting.
That's the 4th player in NBA history to lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists in the finals and win the title. It's only been four guys to ever do that in history. Him, Braun did it a few times. Tim Duncan and Magic Johnson.
I thought Jokic was on that list. Jokic ain't do it?
Nope.
Well, can I ask a question?
He didn't do it last year? Are you serious?
Nope. Barry. 4 guys, NBA history, to lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists in the finals and win the title. Only 4. Tatum, Braun, Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to the panel? Now, I'm going to exclude Damo because Damo, I haven't heard Damo say this. But you two buffoons, you said moments matter.
No,
Yeah.
I actually
No,
never say that.
no. You said the moment matters.
No, I
Stats,
never say that.
I've heard you say, well, what you do in the moment matters, and I could be wrong, Stats, but I thought I heard you say that. I know Stretcher said it.
Mike, I got your ass now. Keep going, but I got
no,
you.
because what I'm saying, I excluded you, Damo. I excluded you because I haven't heard you say that. But Stretch says that all the time because he kills LeBron for that.
I say it all the time. Yes,
So all I'm saying is,
yes.
we're, throughout the playoffs, even when Jalen won Eastern Conference MVP, Jalen Brown, for what I saw, because I'm an eye test guy,
Okay.
he's had good moments.
Yes,
even in the finals when games were close. I'm trying to say, where was the moment for Jason Tatum?
I'm sorry, it was game 3 specifically. He had the closeout shot.
Where's and then we have to acknowledge what JB did on the defensive end on Luka. They want to allow Luka numbers, but again, Luka wasn't that
a really good job. He did.
So all that matters. We could say
49% shooting.
I mean, but it wasn't Luka.
Right.
It didn't impact the wins though.
This almost feels like the Iguodala finals MVP.
Now you're a LeBron guy.
No, I'm not a LeBron guy. I just said it feels like
now you're a LeBron guy.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
But LeBron went absolutely apeshit in the finals.
38-9 or something like that.
It was like 35-13
13 and 9.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And you give it to Iguodala for slowing him down. Fuck, slowing him down to what?
So y'all disagree. So y'all disagree with JB winning the finals MVP.
Is it my turn yet?
Go ahead, because I think you
please.
I mean, guys, what we witnessed the heist, man. A complete robbery.
Go ahead and be a young terrorist. I see it in your face.
It was a complete robbery. And Mike, I'm glad you mentioned moments. Can I interest you in what Jaylen Brown did in game 4 and 5? When he wet the fucking bed twice in a row. He wet the bed twice in a row. The last game 5, he was out there pressing for the MVP. He went 7 for 23. Yep. And I mean, it was disgusting. You should see the look in his eye when Jason Tatum was killing. He was pressing to try to get the finals MVP.
So give me a percentage.
And he went out there and looked like shit on a stick. And Adam Silver had the nerve to go out there and hand this man the finals MVP trophy.
Well, give me a percentage. Give me a percentage. You say 55-45 Tatum? Like,
that's fair. That's fair.
I agree with that.
I believe Tatum was more impactful on defense. I think a lot of you so-called basketball savants just get caught up in on-ball hustle and on-ball defense from guys, and you guys don't look at on-ball defense, off-ball defense.
So tell them what Tatum did specifically, Damo, because you made a good point when I talked to you about he took away their lob threat or whatever.
He mugged their entire offense up, literally. Like he literally ruined their offense.
Yep.
Literally took away the lob threat. Like that's what they try to do. That's like one of the main things they try to do, and he completely took that away.
Yep, and the offensive rebound.
That's why they looked the way they looked. Yep. It was because of Jason Tatum. But all the credit goes to Jaylen Brown because he guarded Luka and he picked him up, quote unquote, 94 feet. That's everybody. That's everyone keeps saying. I mean, you guys are just. I mean, these people are just so dense, bro. Like it's just. I just don't understand.
Well, as y'all know, I've been preaching about the on-ball, off-ball defense since we started this pod. So, and again, I explained it in our chat. I said people like Jaylen Brown's game more because he don't wait for the game to come to him. People love aggressive.
Right.
Jason Tatum waits for the game. He lets the game come to him. Sometimes probably too much.
Stats.
Brown goes and takes the game, and people love that about him.
Well, Stats, I got something to say though. But you said aggressive, and I don't mean to cut you. Said aggressive. When Kobe was aggressive in more than one way, and they loved that about Kobe. Kobe was aggressive. Kobe was also aggressive in Denver. You know what I'm saying? So everybody loved that about Kobe. Kobe was real aggressive. So now, hey, Stretch, hey, Kobe was aggressive in Denver. And we all know what happened in Denver. He was aggressive. He got too aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He got too aggressive. I'm just saying.
But the point is,
I'm just saying he got Damo. Come on, Damo. He got too aggressive. So now we go ahead, Stretch. Hey,
but the point is that like when people watch, they like that. They like people who go and take the game and don't let.
They take when they go and take it.
Yeah,
they go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
Hey, Kobe, go ahead and just take it. Go ahead.
He wasn't aggressive enough. They go ahead and take it. He wasn't aggressive enough to have dirty blood. That's the only thing I can say.
And you know, and the thing is, you know what I'm saying, when you sometimes when things don't go your way, man, you know, they just old people say, man, just take your medicine. Well, Magic Johnson got to take medicine for the rest of his life. Let's move on.
All right, let's go. Let's move on. This is more we say.
But yeah, man, I think that was a complete robbery. Like you said, Stretch, the guy is one of the only guys, only 4 guys to average leading the team.
I'm just saying.
Not win the Finals MVP, but you know, I don't know where all this fake Tatum hate comes from. I really don't know where it started from. I guess maybe because Jaylen Brown is some sort of activist. I guess he wants to be the next Fred Hampton. I'm not sure, bro.
Stop.
I'm not sure. I mean, anytime you get on the Black Lives Matter train, you just become the hero for the people. But I will let you know, guys, all the heroes are dead. So.
And Magic on his way. Lakers hire JJ Redick.
I ain't gonna say that.
Lakers hired JJ Redick. Lakers hired JJ Redick in what seems to appear as a way to keep LeBron James happy. They actually made several moves over the past 2 weeks to keep LeBron James happy in LA. This is the first. JJ Redick had a 14-year NBA career, but most notably, recently, he was one of the ESPN analysts for NBA games, and he did a podcast with LeBron that basically went into detail of how he would use him if he was a coach. What a crock of shit. I turned the conversation over to our resident coaches on the panel. Hollywood, you up first. Give us because you and JJ basically got the same resume. You coached little kids back in the day. He coached a 3rd grade AAU team. You on a podcast. JJ got a podcast.
Hey, listen, man. I think
same resume.
I think our basketball mind speak for itself. I think this was a great hire by the Lakers. This is the best hire since Phil. I think this is a great move.
Well, that's faint praise, bro. Do you know who their coaches have been since Phil Jackson? Mike D'Antoni, Mike Brown, Byron Scott, Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham.
Shit, coaches. I said JJ is the best hire since Phil.
Phil Handy?
Stop.
Phil Handy.
Stop.
You know, I said
Frank Vogel was a good hire, though.
Okay. Where Frank Vogel at now?
Well, actually, they.
Okay. Let me continue.
That wasn't his reason why they fired him. But go ahead.
Well. Again, we only look at the finished product. We don't need no context. All I'm saying is this is the best Laker hire in a long time. I'm talking about he got that Duke Blue Devil pedigree. Stretch, we could talk about that. He got the tutelage from Coach Krzyzewski at Duke.
I know what he was doing at Duke. The recent report says he was out there letting the N-word fly over there at the campus.
Come on, that's
go ahead. Go ahead.
That's false propaganda. But we gonna leave that alone. How convenient. 30 years later, She wants to bring it up.
Now all of a sudden, he's a racist.
You want to go ahead and bring it up.
Now all of a sudden, JJ Redick is a racist.
He's a
Well,
racist.
y'all know how that go. Y'all know how that go. 30 years
Listen,
later, now Bill Cosby was slipping stuff in her drink.
Listen, young lady, whoever you are out there, you probably deserved it.
Oh my God.
You know Damo.
Oh my God.
You know Damo don't care. Hey, listen.
You probably fucking deserved it. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. 30 years later, you wait till he gets a job at the biggest moment in his career, and now all of a sudden he called you a nigga. Okay, you're right. Move along.
As the young people say, move around. That's what the young people say, move around.
Move around.
All I'm saying is the Lakers. This is a pretty good hire. My concern is that will he lose a locker room early? How he's going to have his approach to Bronny?
He already lost it. That's gone.
It ain't gone. All I'm saying is I don't know how the rest of the players are going to feel. Because it seems like this is a LeBron hire, is what it feels like. Then you got Bronny. Bronny from all reports, he may get he got a guaranteed roster spot, guaranteed contract, which has never been done for a second round at the 55th pick.
Jimmy Buss need to go ahead and just sell the franchise to LeBron right now. Just sell it.
Yo, I mean,
sell the franchise to LeBron right now.
That would actually be pretty dope.
Might as well.
LeBron a clean house too.
No, yeah.
Bring in Maverick Carter, basketball operations president of basketball operations, Maverick Carter.
That would be insane.
But I mean, I think JJ is a good hire. I think that
why?
I think that
why is he a good hire? Why?
I mean, you're coming from Darvingham. You're coming from nothing. So the only way
to the Western Conference Finals, Mike.
Stop. See, this is what you do. This is what you do.
You know, Mike. Mike, you know, it seems like you're down on the black man.
Hey, listen.
What's going on over there?
Hey, listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, Damo, little bro.
You don't like Jaylen Brown.
I don't
like Darvin Ham.
I love Jaylen Brown. I want Jaylen Brown to win MVP. All I'm saying is, okay. Listen. Darvin Ham got an opportunity, squandered it. Stretch, and Stat said he don't know rotations. Yeah, he wasn't making good adjustments. You know, he lost this series. He lost that series. What is Darvin Ham doing? We got the chat. I wish I could bring the chat up.
Well, he only lost 2 series.
No. Y'all religiously said
he lost 2 series.
You said his rotations are bad. Hey, listen. Y'all kept saying his rotations are bad. He don't know how to sub. He don't know how to make adjustments. Stats, did you not say that? Now all of a sudden he made the Western Conference Final. They won in spite of Darvin Ham. They won in spite of him. Like, come on, bro. We got to be honest. Okay. And did you see his press conference?
Whose?
Which one? Horrid. Press conferences. Not knowing what he's talking about. Doesn't have a clue. All I'm saying is, you need another voice in the locker room. I feel bad for JJ because he's in a situation where now it's like, hey, you gotta manage it now. You gotta manage it.
Wait a minute. So you didn't feel bad for Darvin Ham.
Right.
I don't know if you was around. I was never a Darvin Ham hire. 2.6 for his career. You can't tell LeBron the AD shit. Averaging 2 points a game. They're not gonna listen to you. And then the proof is in the pudding.
So how about so what did Phil Jackson average in when he played?
Well, it was not very unfortunately, Phil had a resume with the Bulls, winning 6 titles.
Yeah, well, what did he average for?
Back then, we weren't looking at it like that. I'm talking about right now.
Man, get out
I'm talking about right now.
Stop this shit, dog. Come on.
All I'm saying, we're talking about right now.
Stop.
Go ahead, Stats. Tell me how JJ is a bad hire for the Lakers.
I'm gonna actually talk X's and O's and coaching and strategy here.
Okay, go ahead.
You seen JJ coach a game? What sets he run?
No. Well, it's not just about the sets. That's what I'm trying to explain.
What philosophy does he love?
The flex.
Well, I think the different philosophy from Darvin Ham is Darvin Ham didn't really run a modern offense, and that was part of the issue.
Before you keep going, Stats, did you know that Coach K refused to even give J.J. Redick an interview for the Duke job?
Is that true?
He wasn't ready.
I don't know if Coach K.
He wasn't ready. Have you? Hold on, hey Stretch. We both Duke guys. Tell me a time that JJ sat on the sideline after he graduated or after he finished playing. He didn't sit on that sideline. He didn't sit on that sideline.
J.J. Redick is out here coaching Fox Hill Community Center on Thursday nights and put it on his resume and just got the Laker job. So Mike, you on your way. That way, Thomas, 12-0.
I just have a Neptune shirt on, but I ain't got no Neptune shirt on. You try to get my job to Ned, but you slip that shit in and think I ain't hear you. But okay, think I ain't hear you.
I try to get Ned a job playing.
Oh, playing.
Not coaching.
Oh shit, Ned was at Aberdeen in 200-degree weather. He and that look. That was insanity. But go ahead, Stats. By the way,
I think he's going to modernize the offense. One thing with Darvin Ham that they didn't shoot a lot of threes, and I think that alone is going to make them better. Because basketball is a math game. I say it all the time. Even if you got two dominant rim scorers, 3 is more than 2. So if your 3-point attempts are low, like you're already at a deficit each game because you're not getting 3s up. So I think that alone is going to make them better offensively. He also said that he's going to make sure that he calls plays for Anthony Davis at the end of games, which Darvin Ham has actually admitted during press conferences that he didn't do. So I think that'll help. He clearly knows the game. He's very intelligent about basketball. I think what people don't understand, and I'm saying this as a coach now, basketball is more than just X's and O's. And that's the part that he's gonna have to get it. He's gonna have to get fast. You got to assuage guys' egos. You got to know how to talk to guys. Like
that's what I've been saying.
You got to know how to put out fires, and we don't know how he's gonna handle that. And really, as a coach, you're a middleman. You're the middleman, and being a middleman in middle management is extremely hard because you got to answer to LeBron and AD. Then you got to answer to Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss. Don't forget about the
Rambis family.
Yes, them too. So that's going to be tough as the first-time coach and a pressure cooker for a team that has championship aspirations. Before you go,
they don't. Stop. They don't have no damn championship aspirations.
Well, that's the
moves they made. Don't say we trying to go for a championship at all. The moves they made said they in it for the gravy of LeBron James.
You got Bronny James, man. He's a needle mover.
They want gate sales.
Thank you. And you know what else? What also I've learned about just franchises in general since I've been doing this professional basketball coaching thing for now going into my second year is that all teams ain't trying to win a championship. Some teams are only around for the ticket sales and just being relevant enough to bring in a couple dollars. That's a sad reality, but it's true. And if you really think about it, you know it's true too.
Well, I think the players want to win. I think LeBron and AD want to win.
All players should want to win. I think all players want to win.
Right. I think they do. Right. I just
talking about the man. You can only go but so far to the management. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Major League.
Yeah.
Where the boss, it was a baseball movie. You ain't never seen this movie? It was a baseball movie where the boss actually strips the team of everything to make them perform less and less and less efficient. And eventually, guess what? She wins out because you don't have enough talent. You don't have the shit that you need to be successful. So you end up losing.
I've said ownership is the biggest competitive advantage in sports, and Jeannie Buss, relative to other owners, is the brokest. Now she's a millionaire, but relative to other owners,
Well,
Yes.
yes. If her team is worth $10 billion, she's a billionaire.
She's a millionaire. I just think for me that's a tightrope, y'all, that JJ's gonna have to walk. That's a tightrope. That's a tightrope. And they've been pinching pennies there for a while. I don't even think they got I put the article in the group chat. I don't think they got a real scouting department. They got Jesse Buss and Joey Buss, but they don't actually send scouts on the road.
They don't.
They don't send scouts on the road. Like,
no, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah. Good luck, JJ.
Yeah,
They don't have a domestic scout or a foreign scout at all.
Organization, man.
At all. In a day and age where the NBA is basically touring European countries left and right for talent, you don't have a foreign scout.
So how about this?
What I said, bro.
So how about this then, fellas? Can we really, knowing what we know now about all this stuff, can we really put all of the blame on Darvin Ham? Knowing what we know now about this organization and their deficiencies?
I've been said that it should have been on Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, but the media has trained people to put it on other people. It starts at the top. Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka. Like, we're gonna talk about nepotism in a few. We got to talk about cronyism too. How's Rob Pelinka still employed? Well, first of all, he was an agent. Then he got the GM job because he was Kobe's agent.
He's also the godfather. What's the name too?
So, a lot of these agents have turned into GMs and have done pretty well. Like,
only one that I can think of, Leon Rose. Leon Rose in New York is doing an excellent job.
Bob Myers was an agent as well at one point.
Right, but now he's unemployed.
Well, he quit. He won 4 titles and walked. Like, he would still be the GM right now, but he walked because.
Well, they didn't renew his contract. They didn't renew his contract. But
they were going to renew.
Well, I think they were in negotiations. He wanted more money. They didn't want to give him more money, so he left.
Well, but back to ownership. They didn't feel like he was worth what he was worth. Back to ownership. Yeah.
It was to my understanding is that he saw the ending was near, and he walked.
He saw what's going on now ahead of time.
I don't think it was about. I think they were willing. I was told. I saw that they were willing to give him his money. They wanted him back. It was that he wanted to walk, and I think he did the right thing. It's a fucking total shit show.
I don't necessarily think he drafted well, though. That's part of the issue.
It was hard to draft well.
It's hard to draft when you're winning
titles.
No, you can still nail late round picks. I'm not saying he wasn't a good GM, but
the Warriors were so damn top heavy though.
Yeah, but that's when you got to nail the draft so that you can you got to replenish with cheap young talent. Yeah. Either way, though, I think that's part of the issue. Rob Pelinka, I don't necessarily. I mean, he makes some good moves at times. He really does, but part of GM is hiring a coach, and when the Lakers don't have a good history with coaches.
But I think part of it too. Part of it too is because they didn't want.
Yeah.
Part of it, what I don't think we're really. If we really want to be honest, I think maybe a lot of coaches probably didn't want to coach LeBron. I think that's hard too as well. When
it puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on you.
Put a lot of pressure.
A lot of free agents.
It does when your player is constantly trying to remind you that he's smarter than you.
Yeah, that too. And then players, top free agent like Paul George could have went to LA. He didn't want to go there. So there's a lot of that because of who LeBron is. If you lose, it's your fault. It's not LeBron's. So it's a lot of that going on too. So it's tough.
I always felt that mindset was weak though. Like, why do players let the media dictate that kind of stuff?
Well, you won't. I mean, it's kind of hard to say until you're in it though, bro. So it's easier said than done. Yeah. But I'm sure if it was you on the other end of that, you'd be like, man, I'm sick of this shit too. Like,
nah, again, but there has to be a level of accountability there too, not just from everybody.
And LeBron don't have none.
Right. I mean, bro, how can
you don't have none?
How can you say that when everyone blames everyone around him and not him?
Like who?
except for Skip Bayless.
D'Lo. It started. First it started with Darvingham. Then it was D'Lo fault. Then it was Rui fault. Down the line.
Everybody's fault for his, man. I mean,
Again, but that goes back to
the
the media blaming. We didn't do that. Us four didn't do that. We applied appropriate blame. But what I'm saying is,
I ain't done with him. I'm still.
We are a minority though, bro. Like we're like.
I agree. No, for sure. I agree with that. But that's what I'm saying. At some point, if you feel like going to play with a certain guy, whether it's LeBron, whether it's KD, whether it's Steph, whoever, it gives you a best chance to win. Why do we let outside influences dictate that?
Well, the media is first of all, media has influenced salaries, players getting cut.
Yeah.
The media has cost guys money.
Money, that does matter to a degree.
The media cost Clay $30 million because he didn't make an All-NBA team.
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane. That was insane, bro.
I don't think he's forgiving him at all. Be honest about that, Damo. Like, I know Clay was hurt for 2 years in a row, man. But during his rehab, he didn't do no calf raises, like none.
Well, we're talking about before he got hurt,
like none,
except for the deal. But yeah,
okay, all right.
I mean, zero.
Damo, remember that text you sent me?
I'm telling you, bro.
Remember that you texted me?
All this energy is gonna change if he gets to LA.
Oh yeah. I can already see it.
Once you start helping him, oh man, he's catapulted. He's been rejuvenated.
Top three guard.
Klay Thompson is the greatest thing since sliced bread.
We gotta start putting Clay in there with D Wade and Allen Iverson.
Klay Thompson is the greatest shooting guard we've ever seen. He's the greatest shooting guard.
Well, if we're being honest, the only person who says that is Mike. Nobody else says that.
Says what?
Mike, you be putting Clay in conversations where he don't have no business in.
Listen, I think Clay's better than Reggie Miller. Clay better than Reggie Miller.
He's absolutely not better than Reggie Miller.
That's insane.
Thank you.
That's insane.
He's better than Reggie Miller.
And with the 55th pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers.
I would like to propose a question.
Please.
Is Bronny James the greatest 55th pick in the history of sports?
He's the biggest name.
Greatest as in good, or greatest as in he got the name? He got name pop.
It's everything. Is this the greatest 55th pick of all time?
No, he's not. I would like to name pop. He has name recognition, but he's not good.
I would like to tackle this first, right? And if you guys don't mind, right? So I talked to Damo earlier, and I was like, the nepotism thing, I was like, I don't care nothing about it, because there's been plenty of examples of nepotism, in the league, in society as a whole, corporate America, everywhere.
I'm going to go ahead and shut that part down just a little bit, except for a few examples. And here's why. When we see nepotism, we usually see it on a higher level,
right?
Like administration,
right?
Coaching,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Upper management, like we see it up there.
Right.
Normally, predominantly speaking, throughout the history of sports, we do not see nepotism be affected on the playing field, because you have to at least earn your way there. Now, if you have a resume to be good enough to be there, and I pull you along, that's something else. You know what I'm saying? That is nepotism, but not on the level that we're seeing right now. This is a whole new level of nepotism that we're encountering, that we're seeing. And first of all, I want to say this. I applaud it for somebody to be able to do this for his son, even though he's not good enough to be there. I applaud it, because it shows true power, and it shows that he has an entire franchise in his hand, and that is something that we have always wanted. So yes, I applaud that.
Great astute point, and I will also say this: Kobe Call. There's an example of it, but I like Kobe Call when he came in the league. I really, really do. But that's just one example. So to your point, what LeBron has done for Bronny and bringing Bronny along, absolutely fantastic, right? And I think if fathers were in situations where they can do that, absolutely. But
Absolutely.
the one thing that I can say as Black people, sometimes we talk out of both sides of our face, because in one instance we tell kids that want to achieve their NBA goal, their football goal, this, that, and the third, you gotta earn it, you gotta grind, right? And I told Damo this earlier because Rico, shout out to Rico Waters, shout out to Rico, because Rico actually we was talking about it at the park, and he was just saying, hey, I understand what LeBron's earned the right to have a little bit of power, to move the needle, to do certain things, and the Lakers said, hey, we're gonna do this for you if that's what the report is, right? And again, I think each one of us want our kids to achieve, whatever their ultimate goal is. However, Stretch, you're a coach and you coach a lot of kids, and
Yeah.
I've seen you relentlessly tell kids that they want, they got to go get it.
Yep.
When you have kids that are in high school and college and they go get it out the mud and they put in, just work. What are we telling kids, brown and Black kids like us, right?
That shit don't
Or
matter.
hold on, Stretch.
Good.
Because what we're saying, we're applauding LeBron, and
Right.
we're applauding for getting Bronny, and I get it. But you also just stated Bronny didn't earn it.
He did.
And the kid that's saying, hey, work your ass off. Boogie Ellis was a 5-star recruit that went to Memphis. Work your ass off. Now, are we saying that Bronny's better than Boogie Ellis? Absolutely not. And what I'm saying is that we have to be really careful
Right.
when we talk about this Bronny thing, because there are kids. What message are we sending to these kids that grind? Should we no longer grind because it's not about what you can do, it's about who you know? Is this the message that we're sending out? So again, we talk out the both sides of our mouth. I'm not saying that we're doing it here, but I've seen it. But what about the grind? What about putting in the work? And Boogie Ellis put in the work.
Yeah. Listen.
I'm using him as an example because they did a
I'm
side by side.
with you on that, and I said that, but I think in this situation, just like in all other situations, two things can be true at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ignore the work. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ignore the work.
Right.
And that's something that I preach not only to the kids that I train, but I preach that to my kids. Like, you want something better, you got to go work for it and go get it. That's what I had to do. That's what all of us who are sitting here,
right,
we've had to do.
Right. Yes.
But if our parents were in a situation to have put in the work before us, or whatever the case may be, and could put us in a better situation, wouldn't we have preferred to do that instead?
Sure.
Which is why all this people, and me and you talk, Stretch.
It still matters. It still matters because
I'm sick of this entire conversation.
You have to be able to keep it. Now, what LeBron did is give him a job as long as he's in the NBA. Right. He has done that for him. But in 3-4 years from now, if Bronny doesn't put in the work to be better than what he currently is, Bronny is going to be out of the NBA.
But Stretch, let me counter that, Stretch. Let me counter that, Stretch. Okay. So the kids that I've seen you coach, and you get on their ass, right? What are we telling those kids? And you're saying work, and they do it. They do it. Matter of fact, I give you an example of one of your guys. Was it Jalen Ray? Let me just use him as an example, right?
Me and Jalen Ray actually had this discussion.
Absolutely a talented player. And let's just say he put in that work. He's clearly better than player B.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get it because of the other person who they know. What do you tell other kids that can see that example and say, well, damn, why do I got to work this hard if they're going to give it to someone that's clearly not better?
That's all I can tell you from experience. I know a lot about that.
That's all that I'm saying.
But to me, that's the problem, because all of us, Mike, you got a daughter, I got a daughter, Stretch, you got Jason and Paris and Jordan. If you had a chance, and Anaya and Sky. So if you had the ability to put them on with you at a job, you're gonna do it. And some other kid, as long as they put in a reasonable amount of work, you're not just gonna hand it to them, but you're gonna give your kid a job as long as they're deserving over them.
But that's not the question, though, Stats. What do you tell the kid that you coach?
but I'm speaking.
I'm just asking that question.
I'm speaking on both. My
Okay.
point is because I can only address what has happened, right? I can't. Yes, I get what you're saying, and I think that perspective is important. My problem with this conversation is what kids should have been drafted by the Lakers that weren't. Nobody's told me that. So all we're doing is
Boogie Ellis and the kid from Kansas. He was the leading
Boogie
scorer.
Ellis.
Okay, cool. So then why didn't? Okay, fine. So
Right.
why didn't the other teams draft him?
Okay,
Why is it only on the Lakers to
same reason
draft?
they didn't draft Bronny. Same
Same reason the other
Bronny.
teams didn't draft Bronny.
Right, come on, bro. Like they didn't draft Bronny. And
But the point. But here's the thing, though, and this is what was reported, which you leaving out. They told him don't draft him.
okay, but Boogie Ellis was clearly.
But that's the point, though. That's the point because now those other teams would have potentially drafted him, but didn't. So my question
we don't know that. We don't know that all talk.
I'm just saying that's what was reported. What was reported.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, yes, Boogie Ellis and who's the other one you named?
McCullough. Was it McCullough from Kansas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kansas.
They didn't get drafted by the Lakers. The Lakers did, bro. It's 29 other teams. It's not the Lakers.
That's kind of being slick stats, but I get it.
It's not because it's like what we like. The Lakers have to draft one. They can only draft one guy at a time, right? One guy at a time. They decided to draft Bronny, mostly probably as a favor to LeBron. But we got to be honest about Bronny too. Before the heart attack, he was top 17 on the draft boards.
Come on, stats.
We got to stop.
Here we go, stat. Here we go.
We got to stop and see. We can do all the reactions. We could turn around in our chairs and all of that. But he was highly ranked before the heart attack.
He wasn't 17 stats.
I got it right here.
I understand what you're saying.
What black web stuff is this, rap?
No, this is Jonathan Gavoni from ESPN. He's a legit draft expert.
Was ESPN ranking?
It was 17 before the heart attack.
But what I'm saying is this: was he or was he not a McDonald's All-American?
Yes. You said was he or he should he have been? That's two different questions. He was.
He was the very, very last McDonald's All-American.
And they hose Mikey Williams. And there's no way on any planet that you are telling me that he was better than Mikey Williams in high school.
And you know what happened? Here's another part of the equation. See, when people get holes like this, look what has happened to Mikey Williams since that point.
Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. Stop that shit. No, stop that shit. Stop that shit.
Shit matters, bro.
No, it doesn't.
It matters.
Man, stop that shit, bro. Like Mikey Williams, a grown man. He made bad decisions on his own. Stop.
He did make a bad decision.
Stats, when you were disappointed in life and you made bad decisions, like, come on, bro, that shit ain't help. It ain't help you. Did it or did it not?
I agree with that, but I also didn't fucking turn into it. I didn't turn to a life of crime because I didn't turn into a criminal.
He made a mistake. Come on, Stat. You act like he was Sonny the Bull Gravano. Bro, he made one mistake, bro. Stop it.
Bro, I didn't say nothing about no mob boss. All I'm saying is
he's in a life of crime. Come on, stop.
My point that I'm making is when shit hit me in life, I didn't decide to do that. And we can't blame that. I'm sure mentally, yes, and emotionally, I'm sure that hurt him. Right? Absolutely. I'm not saying it didn't.
That's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying you can't do what he did. That's what I'm saying. Now,
Stats, I'm with you. There were 29 other teams that could have drafted these young men, and they chose to not do so. I'm not mad at the fact that somebody else didn't get drafted. You know what I'm saying? And Bronny James did get drafted. I am upset that for me, I'm a Laker fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm upset that the entire franchise is on his beck and call. Whatever they're going to do, they do it to appease LeBron James first. And that is not how you build championship teams. That's not how you build a championship culture. That's not how you go win in this league. That's not how you do it.
Well, Stretch, we got to be fair though, Stretch. I mean, again, there's always been preferential treatment for a star player.
It's a whole new
Yeah.
level of preferential treatment. It's a whole new level.
Independent of that, you got to think about it too, Stretch. I don't think they catered to him. Otherwise, Ty Lue would have been the coach, or Kyrie Irving would have been there.
Well, there was some other things that
No. Listen to what I'm saying. They don't do everything that he wants to do. Is my point. They don't do everything that he wants.
Was that before
to
the championship? That was before the championship, right?
No, Ty. Yes, Ty was before the championship.
Right,
Yes.
so let's revisit that now.
Ty Lue was Ty Lue. I think Ty Lue's a better coach than Frank Vogel. I do. Kyrie Irving,
but that was before they won the title.
Listen to what I'm saying. When LeBron got there,
hold on. Magic wanted Ty Lue. Magic asked for Ty Lue. They the one that said no.
But you remember Magic dipped before that though.
But he asked for Ty Lue though.
But you know why though? You know why though? Because they didn't want to fire fucking Luke Walton. That was why.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? So again, Stretch, I'm with you. Mike, I'm with you. There's always been preferential treatment for your stars, as it should be. Also, an under-discussed part of this is you got to think they're thinking business-minded too. This is the first father-son to play together. So Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka are also thinking about it from that perspective.
That's what I'm saying.
So they want to get attraction. They want to get attraction.
I think everyone's point is that's all they're thinking about.
That's what I'm saying. That's my outrage. I'm not upset about LeBron having the juice to get his son on. I'm not upset about that.
Can I ask y'all a question, though?
I would do the same thing for Sky.
And yes, thank you. Yes, you would.
I'm not upset about that.
Yeah.
Because I would do the same. However, as a devout Lakers fan, I'm pissed off.
So here's a question then.
Here's my thing. Go ahead with your question. Go ahead.
Is it wrong, whether you feel like he should have been on the draft board that high before, right? Whether you feel like he should have or not. Is it wrong to take that where he was ranked in the second round as a flyer? Because most second round guys that late are flyers anyway, right? So you're gambling on a developmental system, you're gambling on the talent, you're gambling on culture, you're gambling on their work ethic for them to grow and improve. So essentially, other than guys like Draymond Green, those are guys with lottery tickets too, but Draymond Green, Chris Middleton, Jokic, Ginobili, those guys are second round guys who really, you know what I mean? And I'm sure there's others. Ben Wallace was undrafted. But the point is that at that, it's a lottery ticket.
And
right?
He should have been undrafted. Ben Wallace should have been undrafted. He was god awful his first few years in the NBA.
Okay. But the point is that is it really an issue to take that level of talent in the second round? Because he wouldn't have been a second round pick if it wasn't for the cardiac arrest. So is it wrong for a franchise?
Where we getting this information from? Where we getting this from? What we doing here? What we talking about?
Whether y'all agree or not, that's what he was ranked. We could do all the history on it and throw all our hands.
That is preliminary before the season even starts, bro.
No, bro, this was a mock draft while he was playing at USC.
Okay, so if he never has a mock
draft, he was nowhere first round mock draft.
Fine, I'm fine with the mock draft. If he never has a heart attack and he puts up the same numbers, are you telling me he's still going top 17 in the draft?
I don't think that he would have put up the same numbers.
We don't know that.
I agree to that. He don't put up the same amount of numbers. I think they're a little bit better. Here's the problem. Bronny James never belonged in a college system. He never belonged in a college system. He's been playing with pros, training with pros, playing against pros for the past 7 years. He doesn't have a college game. In high school, he struggled. At Sierra King, he struggled in big games against other top-notch talent. His whole time there, he struggled. Why? Because the game is more dog. I know you hate that shit, Stats, but it's more dog environment. Macho, me against you. And that ain't what he does. He needs a system. He needs, we coming down, we running pistol. We coming down, we in horns. We coming down, we doing this. Not, I'm coming down, I'm going to get me a bucket. That ain't his game at all. Ever. It's never been his game.
The 3-and-D.
That's why he struggled. And that's why before he even set foot at USC, I said send his ass to G League Ignite or overseas and let them get better and then come back. That's what I said.
Well,
But
I
now
would, like,
we're
I,
here.
would like, I would like to say a few things. I'd like to have the floor for a second.
Please go ahead, Damo.
I have no problem with what LeBron James has done. I have no problem with a black man of his stature having power. I'm happy for that. I'm happy that he's able to get his son in position. But I just find it very disingenuous because I just keep seeing people justifying him being drafted, and they're not trying to admit that it's just based on his dad being LeBron James. Mainly, most people are saying he was good enough to be drafted in the NBA this year at the 55th pick, and I don't believe that, and I don't think you all believe that. I really don't. I think you guys have blinders on, and I think you all being totally disingenuous. Because it's no way there's nothing to go off of that tells you that Bronny James is an NBA player right now, or you just have nothing to go off of. He didn't deserve to be drafted. He got drafted. They're the first father-son duo. I'm happy for that. I have no issue with that. My issue is people are trying to act like it wasn't based on the sole fact that his dad is LeBron James. Like, why can't we just say that and leave it there? Like, why do we have to put on this fake and act like he was just this good player that's ready to play that deserved to be drafted over some of these guys? I don't understand that. I truly don't understand that, man. I really don't. I don't get it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dom. I just think that I just feel bad for the kids that. And again, when you ask me the question, do you want to do it for? I want to do it for my daughters. Yeah, but then another part of me is like, I'm not in a situation where my kids are playing ball or whatever the case is, and I gotta deal in reality. And all I'm saying is that it's kind of messed up that a kid out there that's worked so hard to even get invited to the draft, and then again, there's a player out there that's going to get drafted because of who his dad is, and I get it. And for that to happen to LeBron and Bronny, great, he's in the league. But then we got to have a little bit of compassion for the kids that you look at it. If you just do a side by side, blank name, no face, 4 points a game, 18 points a game, one shooting 37%, one shooting 50%. And you just go down the list.
Stats told me if you took the name off the back of the jersey, he would have still drafted.
I mean, because again, these blind reveals.
That's what I have an issue with. Like,
but y'all just choose to leave out context when it's convenient for you.
I'm just telling you.
I didn't leave no context. That's what you said, bro.
What I'm saying is that, like, the blind reveal, and you look at the numbers, like, how do they play? Does their game translate to the NBA?
Okay, so
how old are they? That stuff matters.
I'm gonna give it to you. One average is 4.3, 2 assists, 1.5 assists, 37% from the field, averaging 18 minutes a game. You got one that's averaging 18, 5, and 5, and is playing 35 minutes a game. That's all you need to know.
No, it's not. Because again, averaging 18 in college, it doesn't mean that his game's gonna translate to the NBA.
But I'm just talking about just based on that. Based on those numbers?
But for me, that's not enough information.
Hey, Stats. Okay, who would you give me a couple guys that you would compare Bronny to in the
NBA? Just play style.
Yeah.
The first one that comes to mind is Derek White.
Okay.
Oh, Drew. Oh my God.
No. I'm glad you said those guys. How tall are they?
Derek White 6'2".
Derek White is. Are you sure? I believe he's about 6'4".
I think Derek White 6'2", 6'3", if I'm not mistaken.
He's 6'4".
He's 6'4".
Derek White 6'4".
Derek White is 6'4". I've seen him being compared to Drew Holiday as well.
Yeah.
Another guy who's 6'5", 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4".
Bronny James has been his height has been lied about for his entire high school career and throughout college. The guy is 6'1" tall. Now you tell me 6'1" off guard in the NBA who does what Bronny does?
Not many. Not
There's a lot of 6'1"
Everybody
guards.
keeps
There's
saying
a lot of 6'1" guards in the league.
everybody keeps saying he's this prototype NBA guy. He has a prototype NBA game. He's built for the NBA, but he's an undersized off guard who is going to be a mismatch on defense. He plays great defense. He plays good defense.
Well, the scout said that he's a defensive switch guy, but every time he switches, he gets scored on.
He's going to get cooked.
But the guy,
he's not big enough. He's not tall enough to switch onto
the
two.
guys were like 6'5", 6'6".
Right, he can't handle
So I
those
just
guys.
don't understand, like, where is all this coming from in terms of he's just this NBA prototype guy? Like,
It's LeBron's kid.
I mean,
They're Wayne pedigree.
Doesn't have the size.
They're Wayne pedigree.
None of the guys that do what he does. None of the guys that do what he does are his size. Like, it's just you don't see it, bro.
Well, you play with shoes on, so what's his height with shoes?
What shoes he wearing? Platforms?
Oh my God, bro.
No, I'm asking you. I don't know.
Him and Zaire Wade.
You take those measurements with shoes on, I believe.
No, you take the measurement with shoes off.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
with
shoes
shoes
aren't
on,
giving you shoes aren't giving you 3 inches, bro. So you can.
He might be 6'2" with shoes on, but what
Okay,
did everybody else do?
I just wanted to know. I didn't know.
6'1".
Everybody else go up another inch and a half too.
Oh, and if you put his hair in an afro,
Ain't like they playing in Africa where you get shoes and everybody else don't have shoes.
right? So so if Bronny James is 6'2" with shoes, then Derek White is 6'5" with shoes.
Right.
And Drew Holiday is 6'6", and Klay Thompson 6'7".
Right. Everybody goes up.
Everybody goes up an inch. Like
I don't have an issue with him getting drafted. I have an issue with the guys that didn't get drafted that deserved it. That's all. Because again,
it's tough pill, man. Life ain't fair, man. And
that's true.
I'm totally with LeBron doing what he's doing, but I just think we gotta stop. I just think we gotta stop with all the cap, bro, about him being this NBA.
So Christian said his combine numbers, and part of the combine that he had when he was doing his shooting drills, he wasn't even doing it at game speed.
There's no defense, and it won't gain speed.
It wasn't gain speed. But I mean, again, he got to knock down an open shot.
I'm sure, if he worked out well, I don't want to take that from him. I'm not taking that from him.
This is what I'm saying, though. So the thing about the combine shooting drill that he did, when it doesn't translate to the game, because they said in the scrimmages that he had a slow release.
Yeah.
So what difference do it make if you shoot 9 for 12 with no defense going on, not game speed, but when it's time to go game speed, you got a slow release, you can't even get the shit off.
And they basically said he couldn't run the point either.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when LeBron and Bronny on the fast break and Bronny throw the lob to LeBron, Bronny going to the Hall of Fame off that one pass. I'm telling you, they gonna go nuts, bro. I'm just
flabbergasted by all of this. He's built for the league. Like, if he was anybody else, bro, they would be talking about how he's small.
He had 13 in that scrimmage. 14 is pretty good.
Because if he was anybody else, we would treat him like DeMar Hamlin coming back from dying on the football field.
If he was anybody else, he'd be in the Brotherhood, probably right now. Or he'd be coming back to play in one of those games across the water.
He might be in the big three.
That's what he would be doing if he was anybody else. He'd be coming back to support.
I just don't understand why we pick and choose to give grace. The man had a heart attack. Like I just don't understand.
I'm not taking that.
That even further buffers our point, though.
I understand.
He got medically cleared, but he had a heart attack, and then he's remember the guy from Baylor?
Yeah,
that had the heart ailment.
Yeah.
He completely.
Isaiah Austin.
He completely went out the draft. Now, Bronny's situation, they said he was medically cleared, but it's still a heart ailment. How many teams run from situations like that?
All of them.
How many teams, including
Austin was never cleared though. That was a life-threatening thing.
Yeah,
how many teams run from a situation like Bronny's? A lot of teams do. All of them.
Yeah.
But the Lakers somehow didn't want to do that. And that's real. We've seen it, Staff. We've seen that before.
And LaMarcus Aldridge also had a heart condition as well, but I think it was noticed later in the league. But he played his entire career with a heart condition.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Bosh,
they-
if I'm not mistaken, he had a
Yeah.
Chris
blood.
Bosh had blood clots.
I think Miami's still paying him.
Huh?
I think Miami's still paying him.
They might be still playing Alonzo Mourning too. If I'm
But
not mistaken.
Yeah.
I just
I think
I
the
don't know, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, I think y'all are putting to the expectations that y'all are putting on him based on what other people are saying. If we just look at him in a vacuum, 6'2", NBA athlete, can shoot, can handle.
That's 6'2".
it's not an NBA. You keep saying six. But
NBA athlete.
That's not. But stats. That's not your prototypical NBA player, bro.
I didn't say
Right.
that. I didn't say that. I never said that he was. I didn't say that.
And knowing you and knowing what you like to see on the floor, that ain't somebody you drafted.
But y'all know I value defense and those type of. That's a 3-and-D guy,
He says
Damo.
19
I
years
always
old, 1 year
value
of
that.
Carter
Yes,
has shown their
but
defensive ability.
I know you, and I
And
know
at
you
the
don't
55,
value that
he's
on
not worth a
the
shot.
team because
I
he's
can't-
small.
Okay, Christian. Okay, Christian. If you want to say that, why not get undrafted and go on a 2-way contract, and then because they signed these undrafted guys to a tryout to go to summer league. Why not go that route? Because we have to look at everything.
Which the part that we didn't discuss, Rich Paul said he's not going to be a 2-way guy, so he's guaranteed.
No, I'm just answering Christian's question because he was saying that
Okay.
we kind of being tough based on the last name, and all I'm saying is why not do a 2-way deal, get invited to camp, then try out the summer league, then make your way based on what you do in summer league. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, Christian. That's all I'm saying.
I can't believe we are lauding off of him scoring.
We don't even know who the number 1 pick is.
13 points in a combine.
You don't even know who the number 1 pick is, yo.
We're lauding the
It's
fact.
like I'm just saying though.
Yeah,
They got no
Zachary Risacha.
I'm saying,
I probably mispronounced.
We're lauding the fact that he had 13 points in a combine game against college players. Like,
Which was a season high, by the way.
Oh my!
I don't. And another thing, man.
That was crazy. That's crazy.
Hard conditions are a terrible thing. I've witnessed close family deal with stuff like that personally.
Right.
Witnessed close family die due to that stuff. So I completely understand that type of stuff and how life-threatening it is. But at some point,
you knew the boat was coming.
No, I don't even really want to say this because it has affected me personally. But at some point, I just feel like 5 years from now, if things don't work out with Bronny, I feel like the excuse is always going to be, well, he had a heart attack. I feel like we're setting. I feel like the table is being set for that.
The excuse is already been
because
right.
every conversation we have, that never not comes up, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens or what he does. If anything negative, if anything bad happens, if something doesn't go right, if he doesn't play well, that is always gonna come up. Well, he had a heart attack.
Well, to be fair, he got cleared, so it shouldn't come up. And he got drafted.
If anybody else, we don't. My problem is we don't give anybody else that same grace.
Well, that's not true because Mike still gives Ben Simmons grace, so we can't. Like
forget about Mike. I'm saying we don't give other guys that same grace. When guys like DeMarcus Cousins have popped Achilles,
Ben's still next up.
Klay Thompson pops his Achilles, tears his ACL.
He is.
We're making fun of those guys for not being the same.
That's a bit disingenuous because you said some things about Klay Thompson today, so like we can't do that.
That's fine.
He was on top of the James River Bridge when he said that, though.
Come on, but we make fun of those guys constantly, and we don't give them any grace. But when it comes to Bronny, all we do is talk about what happened to him. But for these other guys, is they're out there. They're out there. They're out there. If you out there, you gotta play. Well, he don't got no calf muscles. I mean, we make fun of these guys constantly. But when it comes to Bronny James, you guys want to sit there like it's a fucking funeral every time. I don't get it. I don't get it. He's alive. He lived. He's out there like the rest of these guys. He's out there like the rest of these guys. And we got to stop this, man. We picking it again. Here we go, picking and choosing.
He
Because
said he's alive. He's alive. We got to stop this shit.
I think one thing we got to do though, we got to stop conflating people's arguments. Everybody does it. I know you speaking in general, but like it's excuses when you don't like a person, and it's context when you do. So it in the context of the heart attack stuff and him having a bad game, as we all know, basketball is a rhythm game. When you don't play for a while, you got to get your timing back. And he's not getting his timing back in Ward Rec on Sunday mornings like we do. You know what I mean? He's doing it against elite athletes every night. That takes time. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like I'm willing to give him. I mean, I give a lot of people grace. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a question, Stats?
Sure.
Outside of LeBron James being his dad, like, do you feel like a player should be drafted based on potential? Like, can you look at a player and say he averaged 4 points a game, but I see potential? Can you really see that?
Yeah, especially in the second round, absolutely. You're not. I mean,
say that again.
You got to understand. Like in the second round, I named 4 guys who popped in the second round. Out of all the second rounds that there've been in NBA history, not saying there aren't more, right?
He averaged 4 points a game, though, Stats.
I mean, hell, we had a first round pick this year that's averaged 3.
But now AJ Johnson, but I watched this tape. He's really good.
Oh, he also played his last year
as a professional, right?
Okay.
So
that's that 3 points in a professional league is way different than 4 points
at USC.
But again, that's fine. I'm just saying, but that was one of the reasons why I said we can't.
He went first round too.
Yeah, he was 23, I think.
To the Bucks.
But again, that's what I'm saying. When you're looking at players in college game is extremely different from the NBA, right? But you got to look at skills that translate to the NBA. And I think his athleticism, his defense, and his shooting translates. Everybody else doesn't think that. That's fine. But when I'm looking at Bronny James or any player in general, you're looking at what skills do they have that can most easily translate to the NBA, excuse me. Then you're also looking at what skills do they need to work on? Can they fit into what we're trying to do? Like, can they develop these skills?
I understand exactly what you're saying. And I believe his skill set does translate to the NBA like you do. But I don't think that a guy that possesses his skills is ever really that small. That's where my issue comes in. Most of the guys like Bronny that do what he does have some sort of size. They're usually 6'4" and up.
Patrick Beverly didn't.
Is Patrick Beverly more like Bronny though? Patrick Beverly's not really a great shooter.
I'm just saying. No, I mean Patrick Beverly's a very good shooter.
Now he's a better shooter now.
Yeah, now
he hasn't always been.
But that's what I'm saying. Derek Fisher did it. He's been a 3-and-D point guard his whole career. He won't ask to facilitate nothing, and that's just 2 off the top of my head. Now that doesn't mean it's a lot of those. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that, C. Jordan. I'm just saying. Like that's the archetype, because again, size matters.
Do you know what Pat Bev did in high school and college, bro?
Yeah, I mean Pat Bev averaged 37 in high school.
I don't know, bro. It's everybody we compare him to, like, just he didn't do anything that they done, bro. Like Pat Bev get the benefit of the doubt because he averaged 40. That's why. And then Pat Bev also, before he went to the NBA, before he made it into the NBA, was overseas cooking. Like he has a resume to back up why he should get a shot in the NBA. Like it's just.
But Bronny didn't get a chance to create one because he was at his funeral, like you were saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't get a chance to create a resume. I mean, that's why I said I know you don't like it being brought up, bro, but that has to matter at some point.
He did play in high school, bro.
That's true.
All right, fellas, we got anything else on tap before we get out of here?
We were going to talk about NBA free agency, but it ain't done yet, so we'll say that we'll probably do a Number Street special when it's concluded, and we'll discuss NBA free
Yeah,
agency.
Okay.
But yeah, man. So yeah, that's about it for tonight, man. Any final words before we get out of here?
Nah, man. I mean, like I said, I want to make sure I'm clear. You know, I'm not like downplaying any type of heart issues or heart problems. I don't ever want to do that because I don't want to go through that stuff personally. Like I said, personally experienced that type of stuff. So with family members, so I hate that shit. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm downplaying that. I just want to make that clear.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
Hollywood, you got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Hey man, great, another great season, man. Kick off the Brotherhood Hoop League, man. Hey man, you know, thank everybody for supporting us, of course, all year round. Shout out to you three fellas, and looking forward to the next time we're back live. You know,
Stats.
Peace and love to everybody, man. Brotherhood Hoop League, y'all, Neptunes, all the people who like, subscribe, share. See y'all when we come back.
All right,
Yes, sir.
man. Another great season in the books. We will see you when we see you, man. For Hollywood Mike, Damo the Disciple, Statman AGT on Coach Stretch, man. With the Number Street Podcast. We out of here. Peace.
peace.